Hello, back again in my Sunday best for part 5 of the SP1 restoration, and we're still stuck on that bolt. Right, plan C, cut it out. Right, so what we've got is this little sort of cup that the bolt passes through, and it goes into the chassis here, and that's the bolt coming out. Now, as you can see, just about everybody rounds this off because it's in there that tight. They think, yeah, okay, I'll stick an 8mm Allen socket in there. No chance. You can literally put a breaker bar on it and all it does is just rounds the bolt off. So you're knackered in that department. Right, so after hours and hours of research and being told these parts are obsolete, yeah, they are. You search under SP1 for the engine mount, whatever you would call that weird contraption, and you look for a mounting bolt, and you look for the screw cap adjuster that goes on to the end of said engine mount adjustment, you won't find them. No longer made, obsolete, out of stock, back order, whatever you want to call it, you won't find them. So, we've got a bit clever. Anyone remember microfiches? Or just the engine layout diagrams? Yeah, I'll put one here to show you. And if I zoom in, look at the power of editing here. You can see the bits on the SP1 microfiche you need. So what I did, went on several websites. I put the names of those sites here. I can't remember them offhand. And found the part numbers for those specific items. And then I went through Hondas, mainly superbikes or sport bikes, to see if anything else had that part or those part numbers. And I had heard a rumour, first of all, it was CBR600. Then I heard that the 2004 CBR1000 Fireblade uses the same system. So, found the microfiche or the engine layout of the 2004 Honda Fireblade, zoomed in, found the part numbers, they were good, obsolete. However, did manage to find some sites that had them as a rare item. So be warned, if you have an SP1 now, go out and look at your front engine mount bolt. Even if you have no intention of ever pulling that engine out, get these parts. I'm going to list all the part numbers here, right? Because one day, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, something might happen. You need to pull that engine out. You are now, well, you are going to very much struggle to get that engine bolt out, as you can see. And you're going to struggle even more to find the parts. So, 2004 Honda Fireblade CBR1000 engine mount bolt. It's a little bit longer than this engine mount, but we'll deal with that. We can cut it down, whatever. It's the same size, same design, same thread, same nut. Just, I think it's a centimetre longer, so we can take a centimetre off the end. If we need to, we get a tap or a die and run it through, elongate the thread a bit more, but we've got an option. 2004 CBR1000 Fireblade, exactly the same part number, and make sure you look at the size of the measurements, because the blade has one that's slightly shorter. You want to make sure you've got one that's this size, exactly the same, and the same with the cap nut thingy. 2004 Honda Fireblade CBR1000 I ordered that last Sunday, ordered them both. Didn't come to much, about 50 quid for the 3 of them. I had to use 2 different sites. Actually, I found the front mount on eBay. Someone breaking a blade. 20 quid posted. And these were sort of a tenner each, thereabouts. from this site. I think get the angle grinder out, cutting wheel on it. I'm going to try and cut as close to the end here as possible, and then another cut here. I'm not even guaranteeing that once I've done that, it's going to be a simple process. I don't think it is going to be at all. Now I'm going to have to leave some meat this side. I can't come all the way up to this frame mount here because you look in here, and I'm sure it'll be the same when you do it. There's no thread anymore. So when I've taken the actual, that locking cap nut off, the thread has just disappeared inside the chassis. All right, there it goes. But bad thing is, now that it's all out, you can see that that's nice and spinning freely. And you know what that means? It's not corroded against the bolt, which means the bolt is still corroded in here. All right, not where I want it to be, but next stage is drilling it out. This is going to take hours. Right, so I've drilled through either side of the bolt. The bolt is a 10mm thick bolt, so a centimetre thick bolt. And I started with a 6mm diamond steel drill to go in. And the reason I've done that is because I'm not the greatest at making sure I'm completely straight. If I'm going slightly off to one way or up or down, this was 6mm. If I'm going that slight bit off, it's unlikely to touch the engine case or anything like that. It looks quite straight. I've gone through enough where it mounts in the engine there, where it's closed, where it's likely to be corroded in there. I'm now going to open it up more with an 8mm on either side. Wish me luck. You're probably sitting there and going, I can see you're not straight on that, Alex. Very difficult to tell yourself. She's getting hot. But we are now that far into that bolt, as you can see. It's looking more and more like going to need to be the 10mm drill bit to get back to here, to at least try and drop the engine, and then I could do it with the engine in situ, well, wherever I've managed to mount the engine. Right, bit of drilling, haven't gone all the way through, got it to the point where it's enough that I could probably pull the engine out now. So that's what we're going to do. Back on the paddock stand, swing an arm off, suspension off, and start moving this engine. And I completely forgot the straps were holding the VFR up. Back wheel out. Oh yeah. Shock out. And then, realistically, we still go out. Tappy tappy. Oh, did anyone notice? This is an SP2 swing arm. Boosh. Now, I do not mind admitting I am absolutely pooing myself about this bit. Like I said before, I put them all back in. I greased them all up, other than just normal standard adjusters when it comes to putting the engine in. I've got these guys, which are just literally pushing through onto, it must be sort of helping the position of the mount. he says. They need to come back to give me the room to move. So a lot of faffing around. The problem being, I had to take the front wheel off to move so the front cylinder can move forward enough. So the back of the engine clears the back of the chassis. And now I'm just using the straps here to lift the back of the chassis up. I'm having to be careful and do it evenly, because if you look, if either side goes, it really is that tight. Right, it's out. Bit gutted I didn't catch it on camera, but what a mare. I literally had to raise the straps up all the way up, so it cleared everything here. And then what I did was I got another jack underneath what the trolley I've got here, so I could get the actual trolley jack out, and then the lower jack could like literally drop it to the point where it was on wheels, and then just lift the chassis over from the front forks. So now it's a case of front wheel back on, swing arm back in, just loosely, shock back in, again loosely, so I can put the back wheel back in, side stand on it, and it's basically, it can free roll. It's a free rolling chassis. Obviously I'm going to be digging into the chassis and doing stuff to the chassis, forks, whatnot, brakes, whatever, but the engine is out. That's the main thing. Sorry about that. Got given this giant box from work to put all my fairings and everything in. It's just been a pain sitting around. Try again. Nip it up. Whoosh. There you go, SP1. Get a nice side stand. So there we have it. The engine is finally out. Put it all the way around. Need to drill out that bolt still. But we can make progress with other things now. On a side note, this swing arm needs a bit of a tidy up. I'm reading a lot online about, Scotch Brite and WD-40, but I'm just reluctant to start it. I don't want to polish it. I've polished my old Fireblade 929, and although it looked lovely, it was an absolute pain in the bottom to keep clean. Right, well, that was a massive pain in the bum, but it's out. Taking a long time, but it's out. Lots of cleaning to be done, lots of working out. What's next? Oh yeah, and I've got a VFR750 I need to sort as well. Lucky the blade is just sitting over there like, yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. It's a nice day tomorrow to treat myself. I think I'll take the blade out of the box here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment and tell me what else I'm doing wrong. Hey Rich. Ride safe, take care, see you soon.